What's going on there, YouTube? I am back once again. As the title states, I will be doing a review on the SMY60 variable wattage box mod. This was sent to me by gearbest.com. I will post the direct link to this device in the description below so you all can check it out. Gearbest.com lists this at $100, but they provided me a coupon code so you can buy this for $72.99, which I will also put in the description below. Some detailed info about this device. This comes in 4 different colors. It comes in silver, black, red, and blue. This particular one is blue. Not sure if you can tell in the video, but this is blue. You can use this device between 7 and 60 watts. It's only adjustable in wattage. Dimension wise, it's 3.85 inches in height, 2.2 inches in width, and 1.06 in depth. In comparison to a 5090G Hammond project box, the SMY60 is slightly shorter, also slightly wider, or not wider, but deeper, and yes, slightly wider than a 5090G Hammond box. Excuse me. Packaging wise, it came in this blue zippered pouch. Pretty good packaging. Additional contents that came with it: user manual, microfiber cloth, obviously, so you can clean your device, a USB charging port cable, a quality control card, and a mini flathead screwdriver, so you can adjust the copper positive 510 pin. At the bottom, you got your USB charging port, vent holes, firing button, your wattage up and down buttons, and here's the 510 connector. It's 14 millimeters in diameter, and right there in there is the copper positive 510 pin. The 510 connector sits slightly above the box, about 1/2 millimeter. Here's your battery door. It's got 2 magnets on each side. The box mod itself has got 2 magnets on each side. And here's your single 18650 battery compartment. Also comes with an attached ribbon, so you can easily remove the battery. Here's the battery compartment, and actually let me open up I'm gonna remove this cover so you can see what the inside looks like. There it is. Pretty impressive. It's clean. So good job, SMY. Let me put the cover back on. First con to this device is the battery door. it slides from side to side, up and down. This is because the two recessed holes on the battery door are slightly too big for the screw heads that are on the box mod. If they would have made this, if would have made the holes almost exactly the same size as the screw heads, it would have been perfect. But they didn't do that. But the magnets are pretty strong, you know, pretty strong. The only way you can move it is actually by forcing it or by sliding it back and forth. So that's the first con. The other con is the 510 connector. There is a gap right there. The only atomizer that I own that sits flush on this 510 is my Quasar. But all my other mods, it leaves a gap. Let's leave this on here. And as far as the screen, it's got a lot of information on the screen, let me tell you. Oh, another con is you cannot adjust the screen brightness. I wish they would have added an adjustment so you can adjust the screen brightness, because if you're outside with, you know, when it's really bright outside, you can hardly see the screen. So I wish they would have added an adjustment for the brightness. But let's go over all these stuff that's in here. It's pretty busy. Got your battery indicator, puff counter, just says atom with a coil, wattage, voltage, amperage, your atomizer resistance, time and date. This green number right here is your puff timer, which I will go over in a little bit. Actually, it's a pretty cool feature. This is your puff limit for the day. Again, it's an unnecessary feature for this device, but you might have it might be useful for you, but not for me. And again, another unnecessary feature is this wattage dial indicator. I mean, you already have your wattage up here. Why add this? I don't know. And these four things down here are just your menus. So to get to your menus, just click the fire button 3 times. 1, 2, 3. It will highlight the very first one, which is to shut down the device. Click the fire button once. It'll ask you to shut down, yes or no, which I wouldn't do it. And to go back to your menus, click the fire button 3 times. 1, 2, 3. This is your to lock your device. The other one's shut down. This one's to lock your device. Again, you know, I wish they would have just made it so to lock it, you just press the two adjustment buttons at the same time and lock it. But here, to lock it, you have to go through the menus. These are your settings menu, and this one right here, the question mark, basically the specs for this device. And to scroll through the next page, just press the fire button. And you're back to your main screen. And let me go to the settings really quick. 1, 2, 3. Oop, there, go past it. And you have a few settings here. First one is your overtime. This is overtime setting. Basically, remember that green number on the main screen. This is where you set that. The max for the overtime setting is 10 seconds. Minimum is 2. So depending on where you set this, this will limit your actual puff time. So depending on, again, if you set this to 5 seconds, when you hold your fire button, it will limit you to 5 seconds. And your max is 10 seconds. And right now I will set it to 5 seconds, or actually let me set it to 6 seconds, and I will show you the other cool feature about this device. Next setting is your screen setting. Basically this is where you're going to set the amount of time before it shuts down the screen. So right now I have it set to 6 minutes, but you can adjust it up, or you can adjust it to a few seconds if you want to. But the bad thing about this is once the screen shuts off, you have to unlock the device so you can use it again. I wish this has a sleep mode where you don't have to unlock the device, you just press the firing button and you can start vaping again. But it doesn't have it. So every time the screen shuts off, you have to unlock it by pressing the 2 adjustment buttons at the same time. Next is the vapor setting. Remember the 2 numbers, 2 green numbers at the main screen? This is where you set it. Manual means depending on where you set the overtime setting is how long you can fire this device. So I had it set to 6 seconds. So when I press this, it will limit me to 6 seconds. But if you set it at auto, you only have to press the firing buttons once and it will continuously fire for 6 seconds, which I think is a pretty cool feature. And this way you will have a consistent, I guess, puff time every time you fire the device. I will leave it to auto for now so I can show you that feature. The other settings are your date and time, puff info, basically to reset your puff count, and this one is just the puff set. This is, again, remember the other number on the right side of the green number, basically to limit the number of puff you can do in a day, which I don't really use. And exit. So again, remember I set it to 6 seconds and I set it to auto, and watch the green indicator right here, and I will press this once and it will fire for continuously for 6 seconds. Five, 6, shut down. Again, I think it's a cool feature, but if you really don't need that, again, don't use it. Just set it to manual, which I will do right now. Alright, and again, this goes all the way up to 60 watts and goes all the way down to 7 watts. I'll set it right now to 30 watts, and I'm gonna have a vape, and I'm gonna let you know my opinion as far as how this device performs. Right now I have a 0.5 ohm resistance atomizer, or build in my atomizer. It's running at 3.87 volts and no way at 17 watts. Let me adjust it back to 30 watts right there. So 30 watts, 0.5 ohm, 3.87 volts, and at 7.7 amps. I'm gonna have a vape real quick, and I'm gonna tell you my opinion as far as how this thing performs. pretty good. Even at 30 watts, you know, it produces pretty good vapor. Again, overall, as I stated in the beginning, I'm pretty impressed with this device, even with those cons that I mentioned. So it's really up to you, you know, if you want this device. Basically, I just want to provide you what I've experienced with this device and what I like, what I don't like. But other than that, it's a pretty good device. I mean, I guess another con of this, it's only a single 18650, so it's not going to last you, depending on where you set it. Obviously, if it adjusted at a higher setting, you'll go through your battery pretty quickly, but if you adjust it at a medium or lower setting, it should last you pretty much the whole day or a couple days. As far as how I vape, minimum wise for me is 30 watts, and I usually vape at 40 watts or even higher. And I actually watch how many puffs until the battery drain or stop working. I got about 170 puffs on this thing, and you know, for the entire day, and that's when the battery actually, or it won't let me fire because of the low power setting or low battery. So once again, it's a pretty good device. So I'm gonna take a couple more vapes and so there you have it, the SMY60 variable wattage box mod. And I actually got a surprise for you all. I will be giving this box mod away. So all you have to do to participate is put in your comment below, gogearbest.com, and you'll have a chance to win this box mod. I will pick the winner, actually since it's already Sunday, I will pick the winner at 10 p.m. tonight Eastern Standard Time. So once again, put in your comment below, gogearbest.com, to participate in winning this box mod, and I will select the winner around 10 p.m. tonight Eastern Standard Time. So good luck to you all, and yeah, you can win this box mod. Once again, thank you gearbest.com for sending me this device for review, especially to Zaria, who I communicated with from gearbest.com. So thank you, Zaria, and hopefully after this review you'll send me another one so I can give it to another individual that needs a device. So once again, thank you for those that have subscribed to my channel, and for those of you that watches my videos. I'll see you all next time. Peace out.